Hi, how are you doing? In the second worksheet, we're having counts. Remember, we're having three types of count. Count A, and count F. Using count, you can count only numbers. Count A will count any value. Count F, you will be counting according to a certain criteria, okay? Here we need to calculate the total of runners. So from insert function, search for count A, as we're going to count names. Okay, here we have count A. We need to count the names here. Okay, so we're having 12 names and click OK. Here we need to count how many males do we have. So now we are counting according to a certain criteria, which is males. So from here we're gonna search for count F. Okay. Count F. Okay, here we're having count F. The range will be the range we will be selecting our criteria from later on. Meaning my range here will be gender. Okay, then the criteria will be selected from that range, which is male. Okay, we're having 6 males, and as for females, we're going to insert again count F, and our range will be gender again, and female will be the criteria, so select any female displayed on the range. We're having 6 as well. How many are from year 11? This time again we're gonna use count F, but our range will be the year. Okay, then we're going to select the criteria from it, which is 12. Okay, we're having 3, and as for the years, we're going to select insert function and count F again. The range will be again the year, and for the criteria it's 11. Okay, here our range will be years, and the criteria will be somehow different, as we're gonna enter less than 10, so the range is years or year range, and here we need to type less than. Okay, less than or equal. We're typing them in computer, the same as we're having here, not as math, and then 10. Okay, we're having 7. Form. Here we're gonna count according to a form range, and our criteria will be 11B purple. Here we're gonna select the range form, and 10B red will be our criteria, and the last one will be 12 grade red. Okay, here we're having all shops items. We're gonna do it as, okay, again count A, as we're gonna count text. Okay, and for the drink, our range, as we did, will be the type. So here count F, the range will be type, our criteria will be drink. Following the same steps, you can calculate how many food do we have from the type, how many decorations. Here our range will be the shop, how many goes to Carrefour and Lulu Market, and so on. Okay, then in the next sheet we're having sum F, an exercise on sum F. Before starting with sum F, we need to do some formulas. Here in the sales, you need to multiply the price by the sold item, so equal price multiplied by sold items to get the total sales of each brand. For the taxes, we need to multiply the sales here by 17%, okay, equal sales multiplied by 17 and enter. Then as usual we're going to fill handle. When we fill handle, we're having a problem here. The case we're having here is called the absolute reference. The absolute reference is multiplying a range like sales with one value, 17%. Double click here to know why do we have a problem. Here. When we calculated taxes, we multiplied the sales by 17%, but in the second cell, we multiplied the 1,200 by an empty cell. To solve that problem and make the 17% a fixed value, select the cell that has the original formula, make the letter of the cell that contains 17 in between two dollar sign. So add a dollar sign here and a dollar sign here. Make the I letter in between two dollar sign. Click enter, then fill handle. Fill handle here. If we click here, the cells is multiplied by 17. If we double click here, the cell is multiplied by 17%. Finally, to calculate the final total, we need to place our mouse here, equal. He said the final total, the sales plus the tax. So from here, select sales plus tax, okay, and fill handle, okay. I guess you know all how to calculate the total of sales, taxes, and final, the mini, max, and average. Here comes the part of sum F. We need to calculate the total sales, okay, of Samsung only, okay. So getting the total according to a certain criteria. Here I need to get only the sales related to Samsung. What should I do? From insert function, okay, search for sum F, okay, go, and here we're having sum F. Sum F requires like 3 values. The first one is the range, okay. The range will be the brand, okay. I'm selecting the range according to the criteria. I'm going to select next. The criteria here is Samsung, okay. I'm selecting Samsung. Finally, sum range. The range I need to get the total of, okay. النمبرز اللي أنا عايزة أجمعها اللي هم السيلز، okay. هو هنا هيجمع السيلز بتاعة سامسونج بس، okay. Again, we're gonna do it for Apple. So place your mouse here. Again, insert function, sum F. My range will be again the brand. My criteria will be Apple. Okay, and for the sum range will be the sales I need to calculate. Okay. And here we need Nokia and not including Samsung. We need all the sales except for Samsung. And by the way, we may use the final total, but I used sales, so I'm going to correct mine. Okay, from here, remove that range and select the final total, which will be much better. Okay, I'm gonna do the same for Apple. I selected the cell of Apple and insert function, erase the last one, and I selected the final total. Okay, click OK. Now we need Nokia will be done with the same way. We're gonna do not including Samsung. So أنا عايزة كل السيلز كل الفاينل total of sales except for Samsung. أعمل ده ازاي؟ insert function. Okay, sum f. My range will be brand. Okay, the criteria not equal sign as the greater than and less than together. Okay, as I did here, and I'm gonna type Samsung using my hand. Much better to type the criteria using your hand if you're using the not equal sign. Samsung, okay, and here the range will be the final total, so he will calculate all the final total except for Samsung. Okay, finally he needs you to do the same calculations and the same formats. Start with formatting the table here using the same format of the above table, and then calculate the sales taxes, final taxes, and state taxes to be 17 as well. Here the harder action drama not including action, plural, and so on. The sum f of harder action drama from the final total you're going to calculate.